Number 4, typically for Northwestern, Ashley Sessa, their star, leads the Big Ten in assists. She is wearing number 1 tonight. Heard from our sideline reporter, Eddie Calkins. She left her jersey in Illinois on the road trip as we get underway. And Maryland, a quick airmail up the field as Bradford sets up Eichelboom. Eichelboom now trying to center it for Bradford, but that pass is broken up. But a quick stoppage here, and Eichelboom is going to get the Terps set up. Looks like we might be having a corner already, just 14 seconds in. Northwestern having a word with the officials. Certainly a huge opportunity, Maharg, as we see, very invested in this. But if this turns out to be a corner, which it's going to be, Maryland, a grade A opportunity. They started off scoring just 20 seconds into that game against Indiana.
Yeah, that's the perfect start for Maryland right there. In a game like this, corners are so important. Tracy Fuchs told us that when we met with her during this week. And for Maryland, if they want to win this game, they got to take advantage of opportunities like this.
Absolutely. The first-year redshirt goaltender, Juliana Bone, tested early here. She's been elite, by far the best goalie in the Big Ten this year. Macy Bradford will insert for Maryland, as she typically does. Watch out for Annemine Klein out here to be the one who sets up Josie Holloman with a shot. Terps like to do that a lot. Bradford inserts, setting up fair, a shot from Kune, and that one's deflected before it can get to Bone. And Northwestern avoids disaster early in this game.
Yeah, it looked like right there for Maryland. They had the right idea, but just good defense by Northwestern and able to clear their lines.
Ilsa Trump sends a deep shot down the field. As we said earlier, scored the lone goal in last year's matchup between these two here in College Park. Northwestern won that game 1-0, a top 5 matchup at the time. Northwestern now, Maryland, looking pretty sound defensively here to start this game out.
Yeah, Missy Maharg always emphasizes defense. She talks about it as being so critical to wins, and when you've got a back line as good as hers, you'd be happy with that sort of setup too.
Zivojnovic now controlling, sends it back to Ilsa Trump. Trump now analyzing. She's just going to go right back to Zivojnovic. Zivojnovic now sending it up. That's Emily Kokinis, a Maryland native, homecoming game.
Yeah, Kokinis went to Garrison Forest School in Owings Mills. Same school as Alyssa Klabasco, the Terps' star goalie.
Yeah, also the same school as Dash Tischler's sister. Fun fact of the day.
True story of that.
As Trump sets up, takes a shot down the field. Northwestern getting it going now, but a good defensive play there by Erica Morris-Adams, the captain for the Terps. Northwestern still maintaining possession there. They'll set up again. It's going to be Maryland will actually earn possession there. Josie Holloman, very smart player, reigning defensive player of the week here in the Big Ten, reigning defensive player of the year in the Big Ten.
Yeah, she's such an important part of this Maryland team, and she'll be critical to them getting a win today.
A lot of leaves falling down here early in College Park. Fall Fest game here in College Park for the Terps. Northwestern now a quick rush. Here comes Kokinis. Tries to leave it for her teammate, but Josie Holloman. Good defensive play there. Holloman, a nice stick move there. She's just going to send it up and get the ball out of Maryland's defensive zone. And here comes Bradford. Bradford scored 21 seconds into the last game. Bradford trying to dodge 2 defenders. She does, now centering it, tried to get it to Kune, and now a good play there by Bone to just clear the ball. Maryland will be able to set up, though. Looks like Eichelboom will be the one to send the ball back in. Eichelboom goes to Ella Fair. Ella Fair, very quality midfielder for this Terps team. Transferred in from VCU, where she was very dominant last year.
Yeah, she's one of those players where you watch her in practice and you're just like, wow, she's a special player. So good on both sides of the game.
And now here's Fleur Notebert. Tries to go to the aforementioned Fair, but it's a turnover, and here come the Wildcats with numbers. That's Olivia Bent-Cole with it now into the circle. Tried to get it to her teammate. That was Ashley Sessa. Like we talked about, wearing number 1 today.
Yeah, Sessa, another top quality player, Olympian. 2 Olympians on this Northwestern squad, and there'll be a review.
Yeah, a review already, maybe. So take a look for Zivojnovic. And it's an unsuccessful insert, and Maryland is going to avoid initial disaster as their defense gets back. Bent-Cole now analyzing, trying to center it. It goes out of play, and Maryland does not even surrender a shot there. Really good defensive look there by the Terps.
Yeah, a missed opportunity for Northwestern. A team of their quality, they'll want to have done better on that. But for Maryland, they'll take it.
Northwestern On a rush again. There's Zivojnovic. Good defensive play there by Fleur Nopert, one of the many Dutch players for Maryland. Nice spin there by Grace Schultz. Schultz. Here's one up. That's for Kate Jansen. And now Northwestern going backwards, trying to maybe get a good setup. Ilsa Trump, talked a lot about her already. She's going to send one up. Nice pass there. It's going to go out of play, so Maryland will take over. But a very, very nice read there by Trump.
Yeah, definitely a top-notch player and one of a bunch on this Northwestern team. I mean, this Northwestern team is as good as it gets in college field hockey. There's a reason they're number 1 in the nation.
Yeah, Macy Bradford just came off the field for Maryland. Leah Horwitz now in at forward for the Terps.
Horwitz brings great speed. Missy Maharg has told me she's one of the fastest players on the team, along with the Everett sisters, Maja and Faith, and that speed's so important in field hockey.
Absolutely. Terps without star sophomore Ella Gayton, third on the team in points already this year. Big blow for them. Zivojnovic trying to get it to her teammate Sarah, but a very good play there by Erica Morris-Adams. Maddie Vasilios, a nice play to keep the ball in Maryland's control. Here comes Klein out. With time, just going to go right back to Vasilios. Vasilios now. Patiently waiting. Working on Zimmer. She'll leave it for Callie Rogers. That ball goes off Zimmer's stick out of bounds. So Maryland will have another chance to reset and set up. Klein out with time, trying to send her for Fair. Good pass there, Fair. Gets it to Rogers. Rogers now turns it over, but it's going to be a penalty corner in Maryland. A second opportunity, already 3 combined corners. Just about 5.5 minutes into this one.
Yeah, it was good work there by Maryland again, and a good spell of possession. That's what the Terps need. Northwestern was starting to take control, as we see the replay right here, and Rogers did a good job, gets contact, and for the Terps now, another huge opportunity.
Absolutely, the last corner couldn't get the shot to the net. Surely going to be an emphasis on this one. We'll see who the insert is. Bradford not on the field. It's going to be Maja Adamson, the freshman from New South Wales. Started in every game so far this year.
Yeah, Australian Youth International, and she is a top-notch player. A huge part of this program's future and its present, too.
Absolutely. The insert goes to Klein out. Shot from Holloman. Doesn't get to the net again, but the rebound goes up in the air. Another shot, and it goes in! Juna Eichelboom, her first goal as a Terp, comes against the #1 Northwestern Wildcats in Maryland. Strikes early.
That is the power of persistence.
What a shot there. She didn't lose track of the ball. Her first goal as a Terp, the freshman.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
Really just getting into every battle.
Absolutely. A quick goal without one of your top goal scorers in Gayton. Recipe for success as we are about to approach the 5-minute mark left in this quarter. A very nice pass down the field, but unable to be controlled.
Yeah, Northwestern just look a little bit slow. They also look a little bit sloppy so far. And, you know, it's got to be tough for this Wildcats team, obviously. They've been on the road now for their last couple games. Well, they dominated against Rutgers. To play again in 2 days doesn't necessarily mean things are going to pick up right where you left off.
And here comes Maja Everett. We talked about her speed earlier. She shows some off there, but a good defensive play there by Emily Kokinas. But Maryland's going to take over. Everett looking for someone to get set up as we get a few more substitutions for Maryland. And then also talking about the energy, I mean, Maryland, they just go through more players than Northwestern does, Dash.
Yeah, this Terps team has great depth, and I think that will help them out in a game like this, especially coming off a double overtime game, which ultimately went to the shootout where they end up losing. You worry a lot of their tiredness, but they have the bodies to make up for it.
Yeah. Coach Maharg talked to me before the last game, emphasized the importance of not being tired. We have a quick stoppage. Looks like we might have a call. It's going to be a green card, and it's going to go up against, I believe, Josie Holloman. And an opportunity here for Northwestern.
Yeah, Holloman's got a little smile and a shake of the head. That looked very, very much like there's a lot of contact coming from her on that play, and I have to say, I don't know that she can have too much to complain about.
So Northwestern looking good right now, but a bad pass there goes right to Klein out. Maryland probably just trying to clear it. Tried to get it to Vasilios, who had a good rush on what eventually led to Maryland's penalty corner goal. As we get another sub, Eichelboom back in the game, the goal scorer, comes in for Maja Everett. Yeah, Ella Fair all day there. Goes back to the other captain for Maryland, Erica Morris-Allen. Sends it to Callahan. Callahan with a lot of room. Smaller player, has a lot of speed though. Callahan against the corner, just sends it out. Olivia Bent Cole now with it, nearly turned it over. What a play by Bent Cole to keep it. Still going. Stoppage, Bent Cole will have a time to reset. Sends it all the way across the field. That's to Zimmer.
And it feels telling we barely called Zimmer's name, but she is an incredible player. I mean, you heard it in the pregame. She's arguably the best on a star-studded Northwestern squad, Olympian, just an incredibly decorated player. And so far, she's not really been able to get into it too much for the Wildcats.
Yeah, Fuchs described her as one of the best players in the country, definitely in the conference this week to Dash and I. Klobasco signaling to her defense. Maryland's going to have a chance to reset with Ella Fair.
Yeah, and you could argue that she might not just be one of the best, but she might fully be the best. I mean, you look at her resume, and it is just absolutely incredible. NFHCA Player of the Year last year, all-senior team, 3-time first-team All-American.
Meanwhile, Jordan Holloman with a lot of room. Holloman carries, tries to center it, goes off of a few players, and a near shot by Kune there. Eichelboom, a chance, shot! What a save there! Juliana Bone, what a save with her right leg. Keeps this game a one-score game. And Klein out now for Maryland.
And Maryland's down a player right now, but they're going on the attack. I mean, they've asked the bigger questions since the goal, too. They've been the better team since they scored.
Morris, Adams, and Josie Holloman back out there. So Maryland able to kill that green card without one of their better defenders.
Yeah, that's huge.
And here's another look at that shot by Eichelboom. A really good opportunity there. Just a very nice save there by Bone. And that's what we've seen from her a lot this year. She's only given up 6 goals.
Yeah, she had to get some extension on that. You can argue that she's not been tested all that much, but she's been really good when called upon.
Eichelboom. Ball goes right into a calf of one of the Wildcats. Eichelboom will go back to Morris Adams. And go back to the co-captain Holloman. Those two play catch a lot. Holloman looking down the field, tries to get it to Adamson. She does a really good play there by Adamson to keep the ball in Maryland's control. Now Jordan Holloman, what a move there. Holloman setting up Eichelboom. Eichelboom tries to center it. An opportunity there for Klein out. Northwestern able to clear it.
Yeah, Maryland's doing a great job. Their passing looks slick in transition. When they get the ball into the shooting circle, they're starting to create those opportunities.
This first quarter has been dominated by the Terps. They have 6 shots. 2 of them on goal. Northwestern hasn't registered a single shot, but might be able to here. Good play there by the Wildcats to get it down the field.
And again right there, that's a good break for Northwestern, and Schultz putting in a lot of work there to just try and get something going for her team, but Maryland just ushers her out of play. I mean, it has not been a perfect start for Maryland because there have been mistakes, but in terms of the actual run of play, this has been about the all best you could have hoped for if you're a Terp fan.
Now Zimmer sends it up, a good pass to Sessa. Sessa with a lot of room. She's dangerous in the circle, falls over. They're not going to call a corner. And a good play there by Josie Holloman and the Terps. Another really good defensive look in their own zone.
Yeah, that is an incredible bit of defending right there by Josie Holloman, facing one of the best attackers in the country in Sessa, and she just manages her perfectly. Sessa goes out of play, and Maryland gets the ball back.
Really good pass there to Bradford. As the second quarter is underway, Felice Kune sends it to Holloman, who goes back to Morris Adams. Morris Adams tried to get it to Eichelboom. The aforementioned goal scorer couldn't control it. Now we've got Zivojnovic, a senior with a knee brace on. She's had many knee surgeries.
And if you're Northwestern now, this is a big opportunity here where they don't even need to get a quick score. They just need to start controlling this game.
And a pass directly to Eichelboom. She will leave it. That is Macy Bradford. Goes off of Zivojnovic's foot. Try to get it down the field. That was to Jordan Holloman, but it goes to a Wildcat. Now Eichelboom again takes it away. Back to Morris Adams. Centering for Fair. Fair couldn't control it. Olivia bent Cole with it. She trips. Quick stoppage there. Maja Adamson collides with the junior from Philadelphia. He's got 2 goals, 9 assists so far this year, and 13 games played, 10 starts. Started here tonight. Or today, excuse me. Pass directly to Kleinout, but it goes through her stick to Zimmer. Haven't called her name a lot.
Yeah, this is a team where we talk about the stars. Zimmer may be the star for them, and as you said, she's somebody we've not really had to talk about much at all. And you know, for a player like her who was Player of the Year, I mean, she even won the Honda Award last year. This is somebody who, if you're Northwestern, you need to get her more in the game.
Absolutely. Maryland trying to keep the ball out of their zone. Northwestern doing a good job. Sessa, really good play there. Tried to maybe get a shot off. Bent Cole is going to keep the ball in possession of Northwestern. A shot goes to Klobasco. Easy save for her.
Yeah, and absolutely, this is a player in Sessa who's another one who they need to get going. She's so talented for this team. And, you know, you look at this Northwestern squad, just get a feeling that there's a lot more to come from them this game.
Absolutely. Maryland, one of the better defensive units in the Big Ten. Second in goals allowed. Number 1, obviously, Northwestern, but it's going to be a defensive showdown today, which is why that first goal is so important. Against Indiana, Maryland allowed a good number of shots, but not a lot were on goal. So even if when they do allow shots, not necessarily the highest quality, Maryland taking over now. Kleinout goes to Morris Adams. She's looking to get the ball down the field. Kleinout now has really good handles. Goes back to Morris Adams. Morris Adams, easy pass to Holloman. Holloman is going to go across the field to Fleur Nopert. Nopert now. It's a pass to Eichelboom. Eichelboom way down the field. Maybe tried to get it to Jordan Holloman. She was running towards the sideline. That ball is going to squirt right past the Northwestern goal. And the Wildcats are going to have a chance to set up with Ilsa Trump.
Yeah, that was good game management there from Maryland. It felt like Northwestern was starting to pick up a little bit of territory momentum, and the Terps just clear their lines.
A really good pass down the field. Here comes Maddie Zimmer chasing it. She's not going to get there, and Maryland, again, going to have an opportunity to set up as we see a few substitutions. Jordan Holloman coming off the field. Callie Rogers out there. Same with Maddie Vasilios now.
We've seen a couple aerials now from Northwestern that just haven't quite connected, but have looked good. And if they can get that going, that'll be huge for them.
Absolutely. They've certainly had a few opportunities, especially in their offensive zone. Maryland's defense has been super locked down, though. Morris Adams now, the anchor of that defense. Going to send it over to Nopert, who just taps it over to Eichelboom. Eichelboom tried to maybe center it for Adamson. No Terp is there, but Macy Bradford eventually takes it away from Greta Hinke. Good pass to Kleinout. Vasilios. Bradford goes back to Holloman. Holloman airmails one. Shot. It's going to go right by the net, but Vasilios was contacted, and we're going to have another penalty corner for Maryland. Their third already of the match.
Man, and again, Maryland just putting pressure on, and such a good passage of play. Again, just the Terps able to move the ball, find a couple of passes between the lines.
Take another look here. Yeah, Vasilios contacted, knew right away that that was going to be called.
Yeah, and that's, again, for Maryland, just big opportunity now.
Juliana Bone. Another tough test for her here early. Maryland 1 for 2 on penalty corners so far here today. 6 shots, 2 of them have been on goal. Both of them have been by Eichelboom.
Yeah, this time you got Bradford in to insert, and Holloman, who I would assume will take the shot here, though there are other options. Fea as well.
Let's see what they do. Bradford ready to insert. Goes. Kleinout's going to set it up. Holloman setting up for Fair. Shot. Great save there by Bone. Juliana Bone already making a few great saves as Fair tries to center it. A good center. A stoppage there, and Northwestern gets out of there. It looks like it might have hit one of the legs of a Wildcat. They say it doesn't. Northwestern takes over.
Yeah, and just frustrating for Maryland because they were on the doorstep there. But again, I mean, you see right here, 7 shots to 1 for the Terps. And there, they get some more danger, some more sustained offensive pressure. This has been a great performance from Maryland so far.
Ella Fair tried to box out Bent Cole. Called for stoppage. Bent Cole, another aerial here. Good play there by Morris Adams. Quick whistle. Looks like the Terps are going to take over. They will. Maryland again getting some fresh legs out there. That's one of the perks of having a really deep team is you can always have a good set. Everybody eats here in Maryland. Noper gets it to Klein out, somehow goes through a few Wildcats. Nice spin there from Noper. Going back to Klein out. Klein out down the field. Try to get it to Vasilios, stoppage, but Maryland's going to maintain possession. Klein out, down the field, that is Leah Horwitz. Horwitz goes to Vasilios. Vasilios now, going down the field. That is Brinkley Air. Air, back to Rogers. Rogers. Nice moves. Rogers attacking the net. Rogers doesn't get the shot off. Might leave it for AJ Air. She doesn't. Tried to center it back for Brinkley Air. Quick stoppage, and Ilsa Trump now sends it up. That's to Sessa. Not Sessa, excuse me. That's Aaron Chris. Chris tripped up there by Ella Fair.
Feels like Maryland playing very physical as well. You're seeing a lot of kind of physical challenges. And at the end of the day, as long as they can avoid green cards, so far it's been working for them. It just feels like they've made Northwestern a bit uncomfortable out there in the midfield.
Absolutely, and even when they had the green card, they still had a few offensive opportunities now. As the Wildcats now, a direct pass to Josie Holloman. Holloman looking back for Callahan. We talked about her earlier. Plays a lot, very fast. Callahan going up to Holloman now. Takes a shot down the field. It's poked out. Tried to get it to her sister Jordan. Maryland will take over. Callahan patiently getting ready to inbound. Goes back to Holloman. Finds her captain, Morris Adams. A good pass to the right sideline to Brinkley Air. Nice move by Air. She tripped, though. Some nice handles there by the freshman, who's had an expanded role with this team as the season's gone on. Northwestern now on a rush, getting it to Nemeth. Nemeth with a lot of room. Good play there, but a turnover. Here comes Callahan. Sessa just couldn't cleanly field the ball. And Maryland again avoids disaster in their own defensive zone. Trump to the other side of the field. Now it's centered to Salmanka with time.
Yeah, Salmanka's another top-class player at Chelan.
Piper Boers trying to work on Noper. Boers, a Baltimore native.
Boers one of two Marylanders on the team.
Try to get it past Noper. Goes right to her, but Sessa gets the ball back. Sessa with some room turns it over. Good play there by Klein out.
Yeah, and Sessa's so dangerous, but she's gotten the ball in dangerous positions. It's not for lack of effort from her. It's just that Maryland defending her so well right now.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
From Northwestern, a good defensive play there by Noper to get the ball out momentarily. Noper, really good look there. Now Josie Holloman with it.
Yeah, and right there, that was maybe the best Northwestern offensive move in the shooting circle today. I mean, it was great work right there. You see Janssen was trying to get something off. She puts in a dangerous ball. Maryland equal to the task, but that was more like it for Janssen and the Wildcats.
Absolutely, and you also, just another kind of outside factor, it's a little warm here in College Park. Northwestern in black, not probably the best move. Maja Adamson with it. Had it for a moment. Maryland will reset at the line. Ella Fair, they're actually going to reset near the circle, so really good opportunity here for the Terps to add to their lead. Holloman, another airmail. It's going to go directly to Trump, but a whistle before the ball reaches the ground.
Right now,
so Trump now setting up.
Right now, it just feels like Trump is like having to play quarterback for so much of their offense.
A lot of stoppages on both ends tonight. Another really good play there by Noper. Prevents the ball from getting to Bent Cole.
Yeah, and Northwestern's not really finding space in the center of the pitch. Having to go wide a lot. I think that's certainly part of Maryland's game plan is to force them wide.
Grace Schultz, some nice movement. Avoiding about 5 Terps in a short span, but like you said, Trump having to quarterback Northwestern's offense again. Good centering opportunity here for the Wildcats. Have to go back to Trump, though. Maryland, nearly all of their players are deep. They are not allowing a lot in front of the net, making Klobosco's life a lot easier.
Yeah, this is better for Northwestern, though. They're trying to dictate the game now.
Absolutely. Still just one shot, though, so maintaining possession. Not getting to the ball towards Klobosco, though. They're going to try to maybe set something up on the right. Kirshner. Now Northwestern trying to cross. A good defensive play there. That was Klein out. We've called her name a lot here this quarter. As Callie Rogers tried to get it. That was, I believe, Maja Adamson. Not normally that far up the field, but when you have an opportunity at a potential rush, you take those.
Yeah, and Maryland's been hustling like that today. You can see this is a game that means so much to the Terps, and right there, Adam's able to force the turnover.
Absolutely. This game, like you said, means more than a lot. You heard Josie Holloman before the game. They have this one circled when the schedule comes out.
Yeah, I know we talked before the game about Northwestern having beaten Maryland so many times in a row, and I don't think Maryland is thinking about it like, oh, they have our number. They're probably thinking about it like, let's get them.
Absolutely, yeah. You can think you have a number. Maryland had not lost to Indiana ever until Friday afternoon, and then Hoosiers come in, tie it up late, win it in a shootout.
Yeah, and that's what happens, Maryland plays Indiana. They think they have their number. Guess what? The Hoosiers got a new phone. Same thing for the Wildcats and the Terps potentially today.
Absolutely, yeah. We heard from Eddie before the game. A lot of new faces on both ends. Maryland plays a lot of freshmen. Also Fair, a transfer student who plays a lot. Now, a good chance here for Northwestern, maybe. Grace Schultz was in a battle for it with Holloman. Holloman won. Holloman, maybe the Terps just trying to take this to the half as we are about 90 seconds away.
Yeah, I got a feeling Maryland's gone into game management mode a little bit, looking a bit less ambitious than they did before, a bit more pack bodies behind the ball and hold them off. But at the moment, it's working. It's a risky strategy.
Another good airmail there by Holloman. Gets it to Adamson, who makes a very nice setup to Nopert. Nopert now, what a move there on Bent Cole. Another nice pass to Adamson. And Zimmer tried to get it down the field. Ella Fair right there for the Terps.
And again right there, Northwestern has the break on, but just the pass didn't quite go the way they wanted it to.
But a near takeaway there. They're going to say dangerous play against Holloman, but it would have been about a 3-on-1 for Northwestern. That, sure they would have converted on that. A very nice pass there to Eichelboom. Maybe not ready for it. Quick stoppage, but Maryland, it'll be Northwestern possession. Bent Cole going to set up.
Yeah, that was
won't be Bent Cole, actually. It'll be Zivojnovic.
There's Johnson there who got the ball off the turnover. She's been good today.
Yeah, heard her name multiple times. A very nice pass there, just off of the stick of Grace Schultz. Would have been a grade A opportunity there for Northwestern. We're about 10 seconds left in this quarter. Looks like Klein out and company just trying to hold on to the ball. It goes out of bounds, so Northwestern not going to have another opportunity. And we are going to go into halftime. Maryland leading 1-0. It's been back and forth all game. Just 12 games for her. There's Trump. She sets up Kokinas. And then Bent Cole tried to get it back to Kokinas, but Eichelboom, who's having arguably her best game as a Terp.
Yeah, I mean, she's been arguably the most impressive player on the pitch so far, which is saying a lot.
By far, early front runner for that aforementioned hard hat, if Maryland can hold on. As we take a look at the right sideline, ball goes out of play, and we're going to go over to Eddie Calkins here for a quick update.
Yeah, Owen, as you can see here, there's not a lot of leaves on the field right now. That's because they've been blowing it between the first quarter and the second half. It's become a little bit of a problem for the referees. Say they've slipped on it, and when the balls come here on the near side, there's been a couple incidents where the balls got stuck between the leaves, but not an issue, it looks like, for the players, but something to definitely keep an eye on. They didn't water the whole field at halftime just for this reason, to kind of try and get the leaves off of the pitch. But again, it's something to watch on here for the second half. Thank you, guys.
Great defensive play there by Sessa. We were just talking about her, and Northwestern has numbers going down the field.
Yeah, and we've seen Sessa. She's been working really hard to get something going. Right there, might have just done so.
Sessa enters the circle, couldn't cleanly field the ball.
Yeah, but right there, that was nearly such a clever combination from Sessa and Schultz. That's what you want to see if you're Northwestern. This is such a talented team. They're going to need to find something special to unlock this Terps defense, but they're players who can do special stuff.
Looked really good coming out of the half. Interested to see what Fuchs' adjustments were. Eichelboom turns it over. Really good defensive play there by Salamanca. Now Kokinis. Great stick play there by Eichelboom. Heard her name a lot. Now here comes Jordan Holloman, the freshman phenom for the Terps. Enters the Northwestern zone. Some good defense here by Greta Hinke, the anchor of this Northwestern defense. Maryland's going to have a chance to set up. Holloman with time. Carries, try to maybe get it to Kleinout or Adamson.
It is worth noting, Northwestern started the first half pretty well. It was when Maryland scored the goal that things really started to change seriously.
Absolutely, and Josie Holloman now going to Nopert. Nopert, good pass there to Kune. Kune maybe try to get a shot, but Bone just kicks it back to one of her defensemen. It's Trump.
Yeah, I think she was looking for Bradford, but just didn't quite connect, but the idea was there for the Terps.
Absolutely, Kune, another player to watch this second half. And here's Kleinout trying to center one, maybe to Bradford. In Northwestern, again, crisis averted. Here comes Schultz with a lot of room. Schultz working on Adamson. Really nice stick play there by the freshman. Adamson turns it over now. A really good play there by Salamanca again. And here comes Northwestern. Bent Cole, Holloman, they almost beat Klobasco. A collision between Nopert and Klobasco. I lost the ball. There was so much going on, but it looks like it's going to be a penalty corner for Northwestern.
I think they sent him for penalty stroke. And you see right here, Bent Cole, so much pressure on Klobasco. I'm not sure who contacts her, but there is definitely heavy contact. And yeah, it is going to be a penalty stroke right now.
Absolutely, and this is, I mean, if you're Northwestern, the perfect start to this second half. Klobasco, one of the better goalies in the nation, though, going up against Zimmer.
This is a huge moment in this game.
Absolutely. We'll see what goes on. Zimmer, shot goes right over Klobasco, and Northwestern has tied this game. Maddie Zimmer gets her 4th goal of the season to tie this game up at 1, just about 3 minutes into the second half.
Well, we said we thought we'd see more from her in the second half, and right there, that's what she needed to give her team. Huge for Zimmer, well placed, and for Northwestern, they've started this half brightly. They were putting Maryland under a ton of pressure with that rush before the penalty, and they're right back in this.
Absolutely, Klobasco might have actually read that play right, just not quick enough, and now Northwestern going right back down the field. Here comes Sessa. Sessa slips on some water, it looks like. Nopert now. Chance for Maryland to maybe set up and get something going down the field.
Yeah, these next few minutes will be critical for the Terps. How do they respond? Because they've played so well. They've been the better team today by a fair margin, and yet at the moment, Northwestern's right back in it, even with them. So if you're Maryland...
Ben Cole with the takeaway. Ben Cole enters the circle. Stoppage, and we're going to have a penalty corner now. So Northwestern with all of the momentum here in this second half.
Yeah, Maryland is rocking. If you're the Terps right now, you have to settle down, hang in there, and get back to where you were. Because there's no reason to panic right now. But yeah, all your good work has been largely undone.
Absolutely, and this is a pivotal moment in this game. Maryland was able to stop Northwestern on their first penalty corner opportunity of the game. Northwestern actually didn't even get a shot off. Again, a pivotal moment. Sessa's going to be the one to insert for the Wildcats.
Yeah, this will be a huge moment for Maryland, and they cannot give up the second goal right now. They just cannot, because you can't have that sort of swing, and psychologically that can get really hard. But at the moment for Maryland, it's all about you've given up the equalizer, now you have to respond.
Absolutely, and we heard from Maharg after the first half. Maryland, normally a second half team, Friday blew a second half lead. Here, Northwestern firing. Insert. It's going to be a shot, and it's going to go wide, and Maryland, crisis averted. It looked like Trump was the one who took the shot as we take another look.
Yeah, and actually it's Zivojnovic, and she does not miss by much.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it looked like maybe either Morris Adams or Nopert got a piece of it, but here come the Terps going the other way. Callie Rogers was there, just a wide pass there by Eichelboom. Now Northwestern with it, deep in their own zone though. Trump gets it to Zivojnovic. Now Zimmer, who has the goal. Some very nice stick movement there. Tried to get it down the field, goes out of bounds. Maryland, another opportunity there for Northwestern to get it going, though. Northwestern coming out hot in this second half.
Yeah, this has been a great start for them, and I think, the longer that Maryland kept their lead, the more they're going to grow in belief, the more the crowd is going to grow in belief in them. Northwestern got back on even terms before things got too tricky, and they did a great job of it.
Sessa with a lot of room here, though. Silhouettes. Goes to the left to Zivojnovic. Zivojnovic with a lot of room, too. No Terps really near Zimmer either, so Zimmer is going to slap one in. It's going to go out of bounds. Maryland will take over.
Yeah, what Maryland did so well when they got on the ball in the first half was they were linking up play well through midfield. They were finding good passes. They were controlling possession in the back line. That was allowing them to build. Right now, they need to just reassert that control first in the back line and then see if they can start finding those passes.
Holloman almost out of time, just gets it to Adamson quickly. Northwestern is all over them. And now Nopert with some room, looking to airmailing it, but a really good forecheck here from Northwestern, and they're going to take over again deep in Maryland zone. Here's Piper Boers, and she's tripped, and we're going to have a corner. The Marylander draws a penalty. And Maryland, more pressure on the goaltender here.
Yeah, and Faye's not happy about that.
Yeah, Adamson isn't either. A lot of disgust with that call for Maryland's defense.
Yeah, but good work by Northwestern again, pressuring up, forcing that turnover. Maryland right now can't escape their own end, and if you're the Terps, that's a concerning sign.
Absolutely, Maryland with some quick substitutions. Erica Morris-Allen is not on the field right now for Maryland. That's a big loss for them right now. One of the better defenders on this team.
Yeah, Morris Adams, certainly someone they want out there. She's about to come into the game, but obviously not in time for the penalty corner. And it's interesting, we've not really seen a ton of Trump and her fable to drag flick today. I wonder if we see that here.
Yeah, they went with Salamanca, or they went with Zivojnovic last time. Maybe look out for Trump. They do like to mix it up, though. And it'll be Sessa to insert, like she has on the other corners for the Wildcats today. Sessa is going to leave it, and that's going to be Trump, and the ball is free. It didn't get to Klobasco, I don't think, and Maryland's going to take over. And another really good corner defensive play there by Maryland, and Ella Fair trying to get it to Leah Horwitz, who's there. Horwitz sending it to Adamson. Adamson trying to beat it to the sideline. I don't think she did. She did not. And Northwestern, we're going to take another look at that, and it might have hit Nopert.
Yeah, deflected off somebody in there. Might have actually been a Wildcat as well.
3 or 4 different players in the area. It looked like it went off of somebody's face mask, though.
Definitely a bizarre deflection, but decent look again for Northwestern. Just not really able to get that obvious big chance off penalty corner yet, though.
It's been the special teams that's been the difference right now. I mean, the penalty corners have really been the difference of this game. Obviously, the penalty stroke as well.
Yeah, definitely been important for these teams to capitalize on their opportunities. It's been hard to find goals from open play, as you'd expect.
Holloman, a good pass there to Kune. And that goes right into Janssen. Kune goes it right to Nemeth now. AJ Iyer fighting for it, but Northwestern is going to take over. Ilsa Trump staring into the eyes of the Terrapins.
Yeah, it feels like Maryland just needs to get something going forward right now. Not able to get a sustained attack or a dangerous one.
Successful aerial there to Aaron Chris. Now down the field, that's Boers from Baltimore. Boers with some room. Gets it past Morris Adams. Got it to Kokinis. Centering it, and Klobasco might have gotten a piece of it. It was sent up the field, I think, by Josie Holloman and the Terps. Another good defensive stand here.
Yeah, that was huge. Somebody, I think it was Schultz, was lurking, and Northwestern starting to look really into this.
Wide open, it's Holloman. Holloman, shot. What a save! What a save by Bone.
Chances, please.
Unbelievable save. The freshman phenom was wide open. Here's the save by Klobasco.
Yeah, and that's quick. It actually looks like it was Hallman. And then the pass right there to Holloman at the other end, the other Holloman, Jordan, is incredible.
Unbelievable what just happened. Not going to get a breakaway much against Northwestern, but the goaltender Bone, cool, calm, and collected, ready for that.
Yeah, that is a huge chance for Maryland, though.
Here comes Callahan with a lot of room. Just had a lot of room all day today. Callahan carries. Sending it up. Got it to, I believe that was Horwitz. She's tripped, and that's not going to draw a penalty corner. Horwitz not happy with the call.
Yeah, but this is now looking like maybe Maryland's got a little bit more of a spark. We'll see right here. Good job by Horwitz to get inside. And oh, she and Air maybe got in the way of each other a little bit. But yeah, it did look like there was some stick hooking around Horwitz's stick.
Northwestern now taking it to the other end as Emily Kirshner right in front of us. Gonna go back to the center to Trump. A lot of room here for the Wildcats now.
Yeah, Janssen again, and good double team by Maryland.
Oh, and here's an opportunity in the circle. Holloman, another good stick play. A shot doesn't get. It didn't get to Klobasco. Quick stoppage, and it's going to be, I believe, another corner, and it will be. And Maryland now starting to implode a little bit.
Yeah, and it's just an interesting situation here because, again, Kokinis winning it right there. It does clearly hit off the foot. But before that, Janssen, Maryland double teams so well, but what a good play by Janssen to find that pass to Kokinis, set her up for that move.
Already the third corner opportunity of the half. We're not even 10 minutes in.
Yeah. And you just get the feeling we've not seen it anywhere near the best from Northwestern on these penalty corners. So for Maryland,
Grace Schultz is going to be the one to insert.
yeah, and you'd imagine the terms to be tested at some point off one of these.
Absolutely. Sessa's on the sideline with Bent Cole right now. So a huge opportunity here for Maryland to, I mean, if you're going to suffer a corner, if you're going to surrender a corner, good to have those two off the field. They're going to center it. Trump with the shot, and it goes wide. I don't believe it hit off anyone, but Maryland, another really good defensive stand on the penalty corner.
Yeah, that is her drive flick right there that we've been talking about. And Trump, oh, she does not miss by much. That was just wide of the post.
That nearly. I mean, you probably probably brushed off the post a little bit there. Holloman. Aerial, good pass to Vasilios. Vasilios is going to set up, and she'll go back to Morris Adams now.
Yeah, Vasilios has had some good moments today.
Michael Boom tried to go inside. Stoppage. It'll remain Maryland's possession. Macy Bradford, our player to watch, getting ready to enter the field.
Yeah, and they need her speed and her ball skills right now because she's just so dangerous and creative.
Absolutely. Maryland given up a few opportunities, but have been very sound defensively here this second half. The one goal came on a penalty stroke, and that ball will go out of bounds. Maryland looks like they'll get some subs in real quick. Maja Adamson enters the game as Morris Adams is analyzing the field. She'll go to Adamson, who's draped. The ball is free, but it's going to be a stoppage. Klein out now. Airmails one down the field to Rogers. Rogers was open, couldn't cleanly control it. Rogers now working against McCormick. Haven't heard her name yet. A nice spin there by Rogers. Got McCormick tripping. She'll just set up Klein out now. Klein out. Goes back. And Rogers now with it. Rogers turned over. Good defensive play there by Salamanca. Goes to the corner, goes out of bounds, and it hits off of Rogers. It'll remain Northwestern possession. They've done a really good job at that.
Yeah, but right there, good job by Rogers, just twisting and turning out of trouble. She's got to find a more dangerous ball to progress the play, but at the same time for Maryland, that's more like it, keeping possession for a bit.
As we approach the final 4 minutes of this third quarter, just a quick note, the last two Maryland wins against Northwestern, both in overtime, so they're definitely comfortable handling business in extra time. And Vasilios now going back to Klein out. Try to get it to maybe Ella Fair, and it's not a good pass. Fair, good defensive play, hit off her shoe maybe. But Sessa now working on Adamson. Good defensive play there, but might have hit off her shoe. They're going to say it did.
Yeah, luckily that one just hit off her foot.
Zivojnovic send it up, and now Northwestern with numbers here. Good defensive play there. I've seen a lot of those tonight, or today. Eichelboom, the delivery down the field. Out of play, but Maryland will get a chance to reset here.
Yeah, but that gives them better field position and territory.
Northwestern now. It's been a much more balanced second half rather than the first half. Northwestern with 6 shots already here, and someone's tripped. That is Schultz. Gonna have a quick stoppage. Looks like it might be a corner, and it is gonna be a corner, and so already the 4th chance here. Morris Adams is pleading her case with the official with Klein out. Not happy with that call.
Yeah, and Ella Fea is not happy about it either. And that's like a few times now where we've seen Fea. You see her right there talking to the referee. You do wonder what the conversation is between the two of them, because she's been repeatedly frustrated with a couple of these calls.
Her and Morris Adams are going to change spots. Fair, very lengthy, very good defender for this Terps team.
Yeah, definitely an elite defender for them.
4th opportunity here on the penalty corner for the Wildcats here, just the second half. And Sessa's going to be the one to insert. Maryland's still getting ready.
Yeah. And again, just from Maryland, I mean, that last chance with Trump was probably the closest one for Northwestern so far. We saw why she's so dangerous. I mean, she has 11 goals in the year, tied for the team lead with Sessa, we see right there. And do that as a defender on a team like this just shows you how dangerous she is off these penalty corners. But could be someone else to take the shot here as well.
Sessa ready to insert. She does. It's going to be a shot from Zimmer. No, it's not. It's going to go to Trump. Good save there. I'm not sure if it got to the net. The ball is still free, and it goes in. A great shot. Backhand. Zivojnovic gets her 3rd of the year in Northwestern. Takes the lead late in the 3rd quarter. What a shot. Backhand beats Klobasco.
Yeah, let's see it right here. Klobasco has a great save initially, but Maryland doesn't clear. And then Zivojnovic, that is a perfect strike off the inside of the post. My goodness.
Maryland, the defense unit, having a meeting way back by the Klobasco. Looks like Eichelboom might be the one leading conversation. We take a look from Zivojnovic again. It's her 3rd goal of the year. A senior leader on this team from Rotterdam in the Netherlands.
Yeah, and she's definitely somebody who's had to persevere through her career, has dealt with knee surgeries, but just has remained a top-class player. And right there, you see why. That is a great shot.
Maryland gets a quick sub before they take over. Fair. Setting up Morris Adams. Morris Adams now gets it to Eichelboom, and we're going to go down to the sideline. Eddie Calkins is going to talk about how this 3rd quarter has gone.
Yeah, point of emphasis for Maryland was stopping Northwestern's attack in the 3rd quarter. They're outscoring opponents 12-1 coming into this game in the 3rd quarter. Maryland only outscoring opponents 6-4. Missy Moharic, head coach for Maryland, said they just don't get tired, and that's what champions do. That's what Maryland was hoping to do in the 3rd quarter, but again, giving up the 2 goals already here.
Yeah, 12-1, make that 14-1 now for Northwestern, and they've done a great job keeping the pressure on Maryland. It has been a very different 3rd quarter from the first half.
Absolutely. Maryland, going into the half, we're leading 7-1 shots-wise. That number is evened out. It is 9-9 now. Both have 4 shots on goal, too.
Yeah, and this is going to be a real test for the Terps now, because we've seen they can take the game to Northwestern and they can't outplay them. But right now, Northwestern has all the momentum in Maryland. It's not really clear where that counterpunch is going to come from, but they have to find it. And they have the talent to get it, too.
So Northwestern now on the rush. 3rd quarter, thrive there, and that's, again, why they're ranked number 1 in the country.
Yeah.
Might have a chance to add on to that margin here, but it's a turnover to Eichelboom, who's playing an incredible game. Try to get it down the field to Jordan Holloman. Holloman makes a great stick play. Holloman now, a rush. He's going to try to get by Trump. She might be able to. It goes off of, I believe, maybe her shoe. Klein out looking for a call, not happy with what just happened, but some nice stick handling there by the freshman phenom for the Terps. Goes down the field, Callahan, a nice play there. Gets it to Kleinhout now. Callahan takes the safe route to Josie Holloman. Holloman gonna send it back to Morris Adams, who's way back by Klobasco. And that is a deflected pass. It still gets to Eichelboom, but a really good play there by Bent Cole, whose presence has been felt. She drew the penalty stroke earlier, and a nice move there by Sessa. Sessa, quick stoppage, but it's going to be Maryland ball. Sessa not happy with the call. She collides with Eichelboom.
I think no one realized the break was on. It's 3-on-3 at the back.
Yeah, they're going to call a stoppage there. It looks like we might be having a review here, or maybe just a stop. It would be just a stoppage. Kune, Bradford, and Holloman. We're on a 3-on-3, and Kune angrily gets the ball back to Holloman. But like you said, Dash, it was going to be a 3-on-3 the other way in the waning seconds of this third quarter.
Yeah, now it's not really time for Maryland to launch an attack.
Yeah, and I think that Holloman is just going to take this to the fourth quarter. Maryland will be down 2-1.
And starting going to be key for them this fourth quarter with her two-way play, because they're going to need to keep defending, but they're also going to need to start going forward.
Absolutely. Maryland 8-5 this year, trying to avoid a third losing streak this year. Very unlike this program. Here's Holloman now, deep in her own zone. They're going to have to get down the field if they want to have a chance. Klein out. Some of the best handles on this team. Puts some on display, but it's taken away by Bent Cole. Here come the Wildcats. A good opportunity there. Turnover by Morris Allen. A shot there and a save by Klobasco. It looked like that was Sessa diving for it. It would have been an incredible goal. Couldn't net it home as we take another look.
Yeah, that was nearly so dangerous there for the Terps, but right now it's just openings to their defense that weren't there before. Northwestern's starting to have their way with them a bit.
Absolutely. 14. We're about a minute into this quarter. A collision there. That's between Fair and Zimmer. Maryland going to have to get down the field. Games like this, you wish you had that star forward, Ella Gayton.
Yeah, certainly could use everyone they could at the moment, but at the same time for Maryland, got to start getting their forwards a little bit more into the game. I mean, I think Bradford, we've not to call her name too much. Kuna can have moments of magic for sure. There's options there.
Turnover there by Morris Adams again. And Northwestern takes over. They're going to send it back. With a lot of room, that's Kirshner. She goes up the field. That's to Schultz. Schultz now tried to get it to Zimmer. Looked like she might have won a race with Klein out. Zimmer now with time. Tries a centering pass. It's a good pass there. And a backhand, and we might get a shot here from Bent Cole. It's a stoppage. Terps take over. Yeah. Crisis averted for Maryland there.
I have to say, for Maryland, I don't want to see them try and go long. I want to see them just try and build it out of the back and start controlling possession.
Holloman does go long. No one in the vicinity of that one.
Yeah, I don't like it. It's too low percentage. And where Maryland found success in that first half was they would work the ball on the back, and they'd find a pass in the middle, break the lines, find a little pocket of space, get to the attack. Right now, they're just going along too much too soon.
Yeah, generated very little offense in that second quarter, or in that third quarter. Just 2 shots, 1 on goal. And it was a breakaway for Jordan Holloman. And Josie Holloman now goes to Kleinout, who's going to send it back to the captain, Holloman. Holloman centers for Fair. Gets to Adamson. Adamson, nice pass there. Eichelboom now taking a shot to Kune. Nice move there. Couldn't avoid. That was number 23, Zivojnovic, who's been all over the place today.
Yeah, I mean, her goal for the 2-1 was just a thing of beauty. What a strike.
Mahar talked to the people about to enter the field on the sideline. Holloman, it's a nice pass there to Kleinout. Good outlet. And Vasilios now entering, joining a rush there with Kleinout. Good pass. Vasilios couldn't control it, though. Would have been a huge opportunity there for the Terps, and Northwestern now coming the other way. Olivia Bent Cole now with speed, with numbers. Bent Cole tried to get it to Sessa. It's just going to be rolling out of bounds. Klabasco may be considered kicking it, but she'll let her captain take control in front of her.
Yeah, and with Maryland trying to get forward and get the equalizer, there are going to be those chances for Northwestern on the break and transition. Wildcats so dangerous there. It was a good idea from Bent Cole, but just didn't quite work out the way she wanted it to.
Ella Fair, nice handles there. Sends it back. That's to Bradford. We talked about her after the half. Haven't heard her name a lot. Kleinout turned over directly to Zimmer. Bent Cole with a lot of room. She's going to have to make two Terps miss. She makes one of them miss. Nearly makes the other one, but it ends up turning into a pass to Boers. Piper Boers from Baltimore. Boers carries, centers it. They don't get a shot off, and it's cleared out by Josie Holloman. Another really good defensive play by the Terps.
Yeah, and Boers has had a good day, and right there again, she and the Wildcats just look a bit sharper than Maryland.
Absolutely. Maryland dominated that first half. Script has been flipped here. Northwestern just taking what the Terps are giving them right now, and it's working. Trump with a lot of room. Sent it to Zivojnovic. Zivojnovic, ball is free, hits off the side of the net. Maryland will take over.
And this time for the Terps, you have to not rush the pass long. Try and build something sustainable. Build something in the game, because right now Northwestern is controlling it so well.
They've barely been on the other side of midfield this quarter. Holloman got it to Morris Adams. It wasn't her prettiest pass. She's going to try to get it to, I believe that's Macy Bradford. It is. Bradford with some room. Tried to cut inside. It's going to go off of one of the Northwestern Wildcats' feet, and Morris Adams is going to let Holloman analyze the field. Very smart player. She's going to take a deep shot, and it goes directly to a Wildcat. That's Zimmer again. She's been really busy this second half. We talked about her getting hot at halftime, and Zimmer making a host of Terps miss. What a play by Zimmer. Zimmer tries to center it. Nopert right there to get it for the Terps. She'll go to Adamson. Adamson directly to Chris, but yeah, and it'll be a stoppage. Adamson now gets it to Kune. Kune with a lot of room in front. Patiently takes her time.
Yeah, and good decision by Kuna right there.
Yeah,
just
good pass.
Go shallow.
Adamson turns it over, though, and that's Nemeth. We've heard her name a lot. Very fast. Likes to take a lot of one-on-ones. That's what Coach Fuchs told us. And the turnover, and the ball is free, and a chance here for Maryland. Here's Callie Rogers. Rogers, a good chance for the Terps. Rogers carries. Lost it, and the ball is free. It looks like it's kicked out there. Terps want a corner. They're not going to get it.
Yeah, they're not hype at that on the sideline. Ella Fan in front of us was so expressive, just like on her.
Take another look. I'm not sure if I'm a fan of that call, but Adamson there. It'll be Terps ball.
Yeah, this is better for Terps zone. That's what you need from your best players. Rogers right there, just stepping up, going on a long run, putting pressure on.
Yeah, Rogers in a more expanded role with Gayton's injury.
Yeah,
here's Callahan now.
Staff is so high on Rogers. She missed last year with injury, but decorated U.S. Youth International.
Ooh, and that one hits a Wildcat. I believe that was Sessa. It's Holloman. Another good defensive play there. I think that one was Zimmer. It was Callahan.
Yeah.
Going back, and Maryland's just going backwards here. Holloman gets it to Morris Adams. Morris Adams, no one in the area, and Northwestern is going to take over a really good defensive stand there.
Yeah, that was more like it, though, from the Terps. And that's more of what you want to see from them. More possession. Now they got to start getting the shots, though.
Ella Fair back on the field. We've heard her name a lot. An aerial there. Nopert fanned on it. Here comes Northwestern. It rolls out of bounds, though. They're going to maintain possession. Here's Janssen. Janssen with some room. Janssen goes to Zimmer. Zimmer carries. Tried to set up her teammate. That was Nemeth. And that ball is just cleared out of bounds. Northwestern is going to maintain possession here.
Yeah,
So we're about halfway through this quarter.
I think Adams just rushed the pass out there because I think if she'd taken time, she should have had a safer option.
Yeah, clock is winding. Terps don't have a lot of time here. Trump with a lot of time here. Trump just going to leave it for Kirshner. There's a whistle. Aaron Chris tried entering the Maryland zone. It's going to remain Terp possession here.
Yeah, I feel like Maryland needs to start bringing a little bit more urgency now. Not necessarily in how quick they try to get it forward, but in terms of like how quick they try to get the ball in play, stuff like that.
Really good defensive play there by Chris again. What a play. And here comes Northwestern down the field. Tried to center it, hit Nopert. That was Kokinis who lost it, and we'll take another look. Yeah, directly at Nopert.
Yeah, and just Northwestern now keeping the pressure up against. This is a really good job by this Wildcats team, just managing the game, keeping Maryland out of it. They've done a great job in the second half.
Yeah, Kirshner looked for a deflection there. No one was home. Wildcats maintain possession. Salamanca goes to the sideline. Just patience there by Kokinis. Adamson, Terps got to get out of their own zone, and Adamson helps them a little bit, but another turnover right to Kirshner. But Maryland, it's going to stay their possession.
Yeah,
Nopert is going to be the one who analyzes the field.
Yeah, just hit off a foot, and for Maryland now trying to make some subs.
Yeah, you're going to see Brinkley Air come off. Klabasco is coming out too. Maryland is pulling their goalie for the last 5:48 left in this game. They're going to try to work with an extra attacker.
They need something. It's a gutsy move, but why not? They're going for it.
Klein out. Going back to Nopert. Nopert to Holloman. Holloman, with a lot of time, just going to take the safe route to Morris Adams. Morris Adams takes one down the field. It goes off of Sessa. And now Callahan will leave it back for her captain. Goes to Fair. Back to Morris Adams. Klein out is calling for the ball. No one is near her on the right sideline. Fair. And we're going to go to Eddie Calkins quickly for an update.
Yeah, it was a quick decision by head coach Missy Maharik. She basically just called for the ref. You saw it right there. Klabasco came out. She said full speed. The time is now. She really wants to put the pressure, let the Maryland offense get to work here in the last couple of minutes.
Well, Maryland's going to have to get the ball out of their zone. No goalie right now. And it's been a great forecheck by the Wildcats. They'll clear it a little bit. Klein out now. Looking for Bradford. Gets it to her. Bradford. Nice stick movement between the legs of McCormick. Maharg wants a call, doesn't get it. McCormick now. Between Kleinout's legs now and Northwestern on another attack. They're just trying to get it towards the net so they can just net one home easily, and it's a turnover there by Bent Cole. It goes out of bounds on her again. 4:30 left here in what's been a really, really tight game throughout.
Yeah, and for Maryland, they're doing a good job just keeping Northwestern out of the shooting circle where they can start taking those shots. But now they got to get something going moving forward.
Absolutely. Morris Adams. Going to Nopert. Nopert takes another safe route to Holloman. Holloman, a good pass there to Kleinout. Kleinout working along the sideline, has some room. It goes out on Zimmer. Zimmer not a fan of that call. Maryland will certainly take that, though, as the clock continues to wind here in College Park. Maryland trying to tie this game up, looking for the equalizer. Nopert, the center back, centers it. Fair was wide open. Gets swarmed by a few Wildcats as Holloman sends one deep down the field, and she's got Bradford, her cousin. Bradford. Quick stoppage. Bradford taking it into the circle. Bradford tried to center it for, that was Eichelboom again. Maryland is trying to get the ball out of bounds to maybe draw a penalty corner, but really good work here by Ella Kokinis. Kokinis still with it. Tries to clear it. She will. What a play by Ella Kokinis to prevent the shot and then eventually clear the ball. And Maryland's going to have to reset completely here with 3 minutes left. It'll actually be Northwestern's ball. Bent Cole with it. Bent Cole trying to get into the circle. Ella Fair, good stick there. Bent Cole's in the circle. Northwestern. The net is empty for Maryland. They can easily pretty much ice this game here. Zimmer now. Maryland has to prevent them from getting into the shooting circle. 2:40 left.
Yeah, Northwestern just trying to take some time off the clock here with Zimmer, doing a good job. And going back to that Kokinis play, what a play. I mean, Maryland had finally got the pressure on, and she's able to single-handedly get away, relieve that pressure, and now Northwestern just making the time tick.
Absolutely. Morris Adams fighting for it with Zimmer. Zimmer has a red carpet into the shooting circle. Noper gets it out, and Morris Adams with it. She's just going to take it to Bradford. Bradford, Terps. 2 minutes left. Full steam ahead for Maryland. Fair, sending it up the field. It's a beautiful pass to Eichelboom. Eichelboom enters the zone. Turned over. What a play by Kirschner.
Yeah, that was huge. It actually couldn't have making the run. Kirschner made a huge play to rob her right there, but that was better from Maryland. Missy Mahar has her hands on her head. She knows that was a big moment.
1:43 left. Tried to get a shot off. Ball rolling out of bounds. It'll be Northwestern ball.
Yeah, Maryland's starting to ask more questions, but it's not quite clicking for him.
Maharg, frustrated, knows that that was probably the best chance that Maryland's had this half. Morris Adams, a nice stick play, but they're going to call it dangerous. Maharg, not a fan of that call at all. And the clock is winding down. 1:20 left here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and for Northwestern now, I think you just got to focus on taking time off the clock. They've done a good job game managing. You cannot let Maryland back into it now.
Zivojnovic gets it to Schultz. Schultz working that right sideline.
Yeah.
Forced out. Fleur Noper coming off the field. Maryland gets a new sub out there.
Good job by Schultz.
Final minute of regulation here. Will Northwestern extend their winning streak against Maryland to 6? Schultz, what a play there by, I believe that was Zimmer. My goodness, what a pass in that much traffic.
And we've seen her start to step up. She's been a real closer down the stretch.
Morris Adams to Kune. Kune trying to cart a rush. .30 seconds, Maryland.
Yeah, it's go time now for the Terps. Now is when you're going to want to try and get it forward as quickly as you can.
Now turns it over, and that might do it here in College Park. 20 seconds left, centered for Bent Cole. Bent Cole turned it over. Maryland wants the ball. They get it. 13 seconds left. Fair. They've got to go down the field. Tried to get it to Holloman. Turned over. Zimmer was quiet in the first half. Takes over in the second half. 3, 2, 1. Maryland unable to come back. The Wildcats remain undefeated. What a win for this crew. Resilient. Came from behind. Took over that third quarter.